years old, he drove an automobile for the first time, a 1911 Hudson with a crank start. He was too small to see over the steering wheel and too small to crank the car, but that didn't deter him. At 16, Bill's father gave him a 1926 Chevrolet Roadster. Not content to drive a stock car, Bill customized it with 11 horns, from a simple auga to Spartan air horns that played tunes. The car had 26 lights, including road lights, running board lights, spotlights, and an extra tail light. After high school, Bill briefly studied mechanical engineering at UCLA, but had to leave after 1 year because of the Great Depression. Bill began working for his father as a game operator on Venice Pier. During his time operating the circle game, which was similar to bingo, he studied it closely and formulated a plan for improving the business. In 1933, at the age of 21, he bought the circle game from his father for $500 and soon bought out 2 competitors. Over the next few years, Bill began exploring opportunities in Reno, Nevada, and he opened his first bingo parlor in Reno in 1937. In 1946, he opened his first full-fledged casino called Harris Club on Virginia Street in downtown Reno. By 1955, the Harris name expanded to Lake Tahoe with the acquisition of the Gateway Club. The company boomed, and in 1973, it became the first purely gaming company to be listed on the New York Stock Exchange. Harris' successes not only enabled him to live well, but to indulge himself in his passion for automobiles. His collection began modestly with the purchase of what Bill believed to be a 1907 Maxwell and a 1911 Ford Model T Roadster. Following an embarrassing performance at the Horseless Carriage Tour, Bill learned that the Maxwell was really a 1911. Numerous parts on the automobile were incorrect, and the incident inspired the creation of Harris' Automotive Library and his dedication to authentic restorations. Harris' automobile collection opened to the public on February 24, 1962, with 325 cars on display. It gained international notoriety with the addition of the 1907 Thomas Flyer, winner of the 1908 New York to Paris race. Residing in the museum today, the Thomas Flyer is one of the most famous American automobiles in history. The 2 Type 41 Bugatti Royales were also spectacular additions to the collection, both for visitor interest and financial value. With these acquisitions, Harris' automobile collection became owner of 1/3 of the world's supply of the rare and spectacular Bugatti Royales. As the collection grew, so did the extensive research library, which is now housed in this museum. Restoration at Harris' automobile collection included woodwork, metalwork, paint, upholstery, plating, instrument repair, engraving, steam cleaning, and welding. The final step of restoration was a road test, and the vehicle had to conform to factory specifications. Only after passing this stringent requirement was an automobile classified as restored. This painstaking process earned Harris automobiles placement and awards in competitions around the world, including the famous Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance. A remarkable business leader and renowned collector, Bill Harrod died on June 3, 1978, at the age of 66. The city, the gaming community, and car collectors around the world mourned the loss of a great man. That weekend in Reno was the annual Harris Automobile Collection Swap Meet and Car Show. In addition, it was the opening night of 3 new casinos, openings that should have covered the front pages of local newspapers and TV, but the death of Bill Harrod dominated the headlines. Even to the end, he upstaged his competition. When Bill Harrod died, he left an estate worth more than $200 million. His company, which included the 1,400-piece car collection, was sold to Holiday Inns. Following the announcement of its intent to sell the collection, there was a tremendous public outcry from the citizens of Nevada and from collectors across the nation to save a portion of this collection for the public. In 1981, in response to this public outcry, a private, non-profit 501c3 corporation was formed to preserve a portion of this collection and to build a new museum. Holiday Inns donated 175 automobiles from the original collection, and thanks to the steadfast efforts of many, the National Automobile Museum, the Harrow Collection, opened on November 5th, 1989. It takes visitors back in time through the evolution of the automobile and man's enduring love for it.
And then suddenly, amidst this pleasant furor, there came, as though an alien from another world, that infernal machine, that hazard to human health and general well-being, the horseless carriage.
Nonsense. A momentary madness. Never replace the horse.
20 miles an hour, perhaps. But I've never seen one go half a mile without retiring to the roadside.
Where do you put the oats?
Despite initial pessimism and downright annoyance, it wasn't long before this magic invention became a magic carpet, taking almost everyone, almost anywhere they wanted to go.
Ah, my dear, what a glorious day. And imagine, thanks to this little beauty, we'll be up to the hills, have our picnic with the crowd, and back before dark. How did we ever manage just a few years ago?
If I'm pleased you to make these impromptu journeys. All this bumping, jostling about with the temperamental. Surely the brilliant gentleman read how making a horse obsolete might determine some way to gentle the ride.
Oh, Lucius, my love, I will try to be more observant of the irregularities in the road.
While the automobile would experience a substantial evolution of engineering and style for almost a century, the relationship between driver and passenger would not change all that much.
Please keep your engines running out.
I love it too. This is fun.
These two already booked out.
Yes.
They can't vote. 60 horsepower, an American car. Take that, world. Can you imagine if a car like this ever got into the hands of the average fellow?
The average fellow's gonna do all right. Have you heard of the Model T?
new idea for popularizing the motor car.
A left-hand drive. They say everybody's going to be driving one of these days.
This idyllic scene was repeated throughout the towns and rural villages of America during the first decades of this century. Thanks to entrepreneurial vision and production genius, the automobile, in almost no time at all, made a dramatic transition from exotic curio to familiar transportation that nearly everyone could afford.